All right, we got manipulator behavior is so corny.
No, I can't laugh yet. I've got to hold it in. They're all gonna die.
Anime and manga have given birth to some of the smartest characters in fiction and therefore pull off some of the craziest stunts in anime by being able to manipulate any person around them in order to get their desired outcome.
All right, I know we only 16 seconds in, but be real. Would Makima's manipulation have worked on y'all? Oh, if she would have came at you like that, would it have worked? I know it's a nice portion of people that it definitely would have worked on. And I want to say, I'm gonna preface this. If the pet stuff was removed, if she wasn't talking about some, hey, come be my dog, it would have worked on me. But as soon as she said that, she lost me. But she got that boy Denji wrapped around her finger. Yep. Yo, Jaw, you standing on that. Absolutely. He is standing. Maybe if I was like 15, that's her age. How old is Makima? And how old is Denji? I'm assuming they're all like, what, late teens, 20s? I'm not, it's gonna be like high school or something. But that aside, it probably would have worked on me.
Which is really mind-blowing in the respective stories. However, when you really put it into perspective and just take a second to think realistically, this type of behavior is genuinely so corny in real life. Now, this is not to say that all these type of characters suck at all, because when they are executed nicely in their respective stories, they make sense with the way they are written, and that is completely fine. However, this video is less about the characters who portray this nature, but instead the brain dead motherfuckers who are diehard fans of these characters that portray being quote-unquote manipulative and try to emulate this shit constantly in public servers because they deadass think that they are a main character in an anime. Like, dog, you are not Lelouch trying to overthrow a government. Your name is Anthony, a fat and obese kid in middle school spamming W's in Kaisen-ass stream. Like,
hold on. That's my middle name, twin. Relax. That's my middle name. But to go along with this, I remember when Classroom of the Elite was coming out. It was probably either the first or second season. Bro, I know y'all remember all them videos where people were like, how to manipulate people like Ayana Koji. I ain't mad, boys. Like, oh my God. What is the thought? How brain dead do you have to be? Like, bro, go manipulate a job application. Not I'm finna try to, I'm finna manipulate this girl to want to hang out with me. Or I'm gonna manipulate my friend group so I can become the group leader. Man, like, shut that shit up, bro. Come on. Not gonna lie, I disagree depending on the circumstances. If we're talking about the tactics, they're legit and very much real. It depends on how people go about it and to what extent. You're not going to the same extent as the anime does. Pick a mask. I'll tell you what it says. Give me the one of vengeance. That reminds me of Atsu from Ghost of Yote. Yote. The quoting is indeed corny, I will admit.
Just
bro, whole
stop
TikTok
it.
vids
Have
too.
y'all ever been chilling in school and everyone knows that one anime kid in your class who's infamous for trying to act nonchalant like Dude Dennis or smarter than everybody, but y'all...
Hey, chat. Like, shit. I got raised like Dude Dennis. Make my voice a little deeper. I'm finna talk like this for the rest of the video. Really. What am I on, bro? What am I on? Never do that again. Dang!
Look at
couldn't even have 15 seconds.
He talks to that he knows how to quote unquote control people, saying shit like,
and I get joy out of making you suffer. I'm the one who causes pain for fun.
like, dog, get a load of this guy. Oh, goofy ass motherfucker.
Bro, sound like a creepy uncle. Dang, I gotta work on my voice.
A whole normal quick interaction that requires the least amount of conversational skills required and just turn it into the most cringe anime monologue shit ever. You could ask them if you could borrow a pencil and they'll hit you with the damn Soka. Baka. You require my assistance. Just like expected. However, my generosity doesn't come for free. If I lend you this instrument of calligraphy, you have to be my pawn for the day and fulfill one of my requests at a time of my choosing.
Dog, I'm snatching that pencil with the quickness. You're not finna manipulate me into giving me a pencil, bro. My voice still isn't deeper than yours, even with that. Dang, crazy. Oh yeah, and I know Ayana Koji's backstory with the white room and stuff like that. That is ridiculous. I'm excited for season 4 for sure. I'm gonna just slack the fuck out of him. Nah, because then I'm finna get written up and then sent to either ISS or the principal's office. I'm just gonna gang the pencil and go about my day.
The rooftop during lunchtime, and I'll give you my order. Yeah, never mind. I'll just ask somebody else. Or they'll be trying to ore farm outside the school by leaning against the wall of the school with their foot, when in reality, they look like somebody's lost child. If you are saying or doing shit like this unironically in school or any public service, you deserve to get bullied. Because who are you feeling?
What's up, Vizo?
This shit is not tough. And on top of all that, bro is allergic to taking a shower and any personal hygiene. Their hair is always greasy as fuck and walks around looking absolutely chopped, like someone just threw a straight brick at their face. Like, bro, if you got the money to buy all those damn anime figurines you goon to in your room, you def got enough money to take care of yourself, you disgusting
On
fuck.
me! It takes nothing, bro. This blew me in high school, in college, literally playing sports, everything. What's up, Muhammad? How you doing, gang? But, bro, I want to say, I understand certain circumstances, right? I want to say the vast majority of people are in a state of, like, their life is in a state where they can afford to take a shower every day. I understand, like, if you're homeless or something like that, then no. But the vast majority of people, especially the ones you see, like, in school and stuff, you go home to a nice house, apartment, condo, whatever. You have running water. You have the facilities. You have soap there. Bro, it don't take nothing but a quick 10 minutes to get a towel, wash up, and then, hey, let me go to Target or Walmart or Meijer or whatever grocery store. Get a nice little deodorant. That's all you gotta do. Basic hygiene, my boy. Like, bro, there is no reason anybody should ever smell like they haven't taken a shower in 5 days. If you have the financial means, there's no reason. Literally. Like, bro.
Everybody avoids you for a reason, and please stop coping saying it's your battle stench. The only thing you're battling is the will to put a stick of deodorant in your book bag. It's not that hard, gang. Oh yeah, and his fits, absolute garbage. Probably rocking the super bright alpha wolf hoodie or the ramen hoodie with some joggers and shoes bright as fuck that if you looked at them you would go blind, and then their name either be Trevor or Connor. Also, there is about a 25% chance that they could low-key be a school threat, but these types of people gotta be the easiest motherfuckers to rage bait, because since their ego is so high, all you have to do is correct them on some petty shit whenever they be talking about something, and they instantly blow up on you in 4 fucking seconds. And the fun—
all you gotta do is, well, actually, they could say the high of the weather is going to be 48 degrees today. Well, actually, no. It's going to be 47. Easy. Rage baiting is just, it's an art form. I love to rage bait, right? And they'll crash out so easy because they hate being wrong, too.
Shit is that they think
nah, kids coming from school be knocking me out.
All
Damn,
because
with
they
the
watch
smell?
a few videos on YouTube titled "How to Master the Dark Arts." Meanwhile, the only thing they are a master at is being unemployed. And I beg, please get a trigger warning job. Not to mention,
I know that's how some of y'all reacted. I have a job too. But job. I know I dropped the J word like 20 times just now, but I might hurt. Bro, there is manipulate your way to a job application. That's what you need to do. Your brother just started seizing on the floor. Hey, my fault, 911.
that they glaze all these anime manipulators on whole levels I ain't ever seen or thought existed. For example, motherfuckers are for real glazing Light Yagami so hard that they for real trying to argue that he was simply misunderstood. Like, bro, there is a fine line between being delusional and just being so fucking wrong, and they have completely
execution is crazy
at least 4 times. Also, the second you have an opinion that mentions their favorite anime or character being trash in a passing by conversation that they're not even remotely involved in, the next thing you will be hearing is 2 9.5 magnitude earthquakes coming from behind you, combined with 5 minutes of heavy breathing coming your way, so that Hubert could talk to you and give a whole presentation of their opinion on why Ayano Koji is the greatest manipulator of all time, and nothing you say is not gonna convince them otherwise. Talking about some, actually, Ayano Koji has the biggest dick in his class and therefore making him the GOAT. Like, huh? What are we talking about? Where did you spawn from? Who the fuck are you? Get your mouth breathing fuck ass ass out of my face. And no, I am not watching Classroom of the Elite. I would even go as far
I'm not gonna hold you. Season 1, crazy. Season 2, nice. Season 3, kind of forgettable. But I do recommend Classroom of the Elite. It's a solid show.
to say they genuinely think this shit is so tough they could possibly rival the people that dedicate their whole life to glazing LeBron. Okay, that might not be very accurate, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. And then you got people who are fans of Makima, which do I even have to explain this one? I think it's pretty self-explanatory. However, when you go onto the internet, this anime manipulator behavior gets even worse. And this is because people tend to have more free will on the internet to just fuck around and do whatever they want, because all social media platforms have every single unemployed person on earth talking on some bullshit. However, when they apply for a job in the future and their employers do a background check on them, that digital footprint gonna hit them like a
crazy
train.
Because no, look. So I used to work in banking, right? So one of the banks I applied to, they asked for all of my social media accounts, or at least one where they could find everything. And then I ended up getting a job at the end of the day. But she was like, the hiring manager, she was like, yeah, so we went through your social media. We saw some things we liked. We saw a couple things we didn't like. I was like, what does that mean? But yeah, digital footprint is a real thing. Not gonna lie, put on the All-Star game. Bro, I was watching the All-Star game before this. I was super locked. But I was like, we sparking upstream. Anyone notice there's always the unemployed motherfuckers that have money? Where they get it from? Unemployment, maybe. Parents.
Just know that the chances of them being unemployed shot up to—
Oh yeah. Hold on. We pausing this real quick. I know y'all see this. Camera. Team Stars wins the All-Star game tourney. You know who won that team? My glorious king. LeBron James. You know the old heads have to ball out and hoop. You already know that. All right, let's get back to it.
100%. They are not sniffing any offers from McDonald's in the slightest. My boy, you are cooked. And the most common places you're going to see behavior of people trying to be manipulators are TikTok and Twitter. These two are genuinely a whole abyss of everything that's wrong with this world.
Twitter's a black hole.
You got motherfuckers on there that be punching metal or lockers for fun. Yeah, they on a whole lot of bullshit. Now, I know that most of the people who make content thinking they are an anime manipulator, that 90% of the time they're doing it for engagement bait or rage bait, and they are completely satire. However, for the remaining 10% of them, they might genuinely think like this, and it's actually crazy to think that there are people who might think like this. Like, bro, there are people on TikTok for real thinking they Ayana Koji, and their small ass brain somehow developed this whole delusion.
There's gotta be a phase.
Slideshows or videos being like, I'ma manipulate you at your most vulnerable, with a picture or video of an anime character laughing or smiling sadistically. Like, bro, how about you manipulate a fucking job application and stock some shelves, you chronically online fat ass? And the fact that this could be a grown ass man making posts like this absolutely befuddles me. They also be posting,
man, especially like if they hide behind like an anime like PFP or something like that too. You never know who you're talking to online. Look, serious question. Do I enjoy watching? Bro, romance anime is top tier. I highly enjoy watching romance anime. The most recent one I watched is The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. That was heat. When am I making a video of My Hero Academia? Honestly, I might not spin back to My Hero depending on the hype. I know words, Huncho. I know they're releasing a special episode, I believe like in May or something like that. If it's hitting, yeah, we'll finish it up. But yeah.
the most insane shit that you would only ever say in a group chat with your homeboys. And you know, if anybody finds that group chat, you're all cooked.
Oh yeah, I for sure am.
No normal person should ever be acting like this. The only people that need to know how to manipulate and lie to other people for their own personal goals are spies for the government and your toxic boyfriends, which I can guarantee is like zero.
And
goals
this,
are
okay.
the government and your
back to romance anime. Do y'all know who this is? This is Jair from The Summer I Turned Pretty. It's not a romance anime, but it's like a romance drama. I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but this motherfucker right here, I ain't like Conrad at first because I started in the middle of the series, but this dude right here, irritating baby, entitled, all the above, just Classic. It fits.
Toxic boyfriends, which I can guarantee is like 0% of the people watching this video. I talk about bullshit for a living. Ain't no manipulators watching my shit. Like, dog, 13-year-old Gilbert who lives in the gated community does not need to act like Light Yagami so he can manipulate his mom into giving him more screen time on the computer. Like, dog, please just shut your bitch ass up. You are not a super villain. Go outside, have fun with your friends, fuck around in a Walmart, be a dickhead to minimum wage employees.
Why?
I don't care. Anything but acting like you're Yoichi. You're not a psychopath. You're not a serial killer. Even on YouTube, there are videos that are titled shit like how to control people and your emotions, like Ayana Koji. Like, bro, we can't be dead ass.
That is literally what I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna use all 50 states and smash you if you don't make the MHA video. Is crazy, Alexander. Crazy. The key to any girl's heart is the summer I turn pretty. My girl did put me on to that show. Honestly, I bang with it and I'm waiting for the movie. Oh yeah, Love is War. I love that show. I've watched the dub of that like 2 or 3 times. That's that show. Just let me cry. Huh? Yo, Mystic, we need some context. Just let me crack. What?
Motherfuckers want to be this dude so bad. I genuinely don't get it. Yeah, I know they're cool characters, but trying to act like them is like saying you want to be a fucking transformer for the rest of your life. You sound dumb as hell. Everybody needs to point and laugh at these motherfuckers so that my faith in humanity can be restored, because I genuinely cannot stand people who act like this. It pisses me off.
All right, yeah, I beg with that.